Hey guys, it's been long since we're gone for a while. So welcome back to another bombastic podcast with your favorite host back again with podcast. Today's episode 018, 18 in general. So we're back again with all three people. So you guys can spread hate comment about Chris in the comment section as he was the reason for us being late. So after all the intro stuff, I would like to start with the weekly stuff. I will go on last. I would like to start with Anandad. Yep,
Yeah,
how is your week been?
before we even get into the post, I'd like to, ask the audience to do a boo to Chris because, yeah,
Yeah,
it's boo because we
it's
tried
like
so
it's like
much.
boo.
We tried so much to get the
Yeah,
pod up. We even did one attempt. We do have a failed attempt of doing a pod because we started spouting
yeah,
random stuff. We didn't even have a topic. We talked for 1 hour, but it was all completely shit. And we'll add that video,
yeah,
upload that video as unlisted on YouTube so that you guys can watch the maybe blooper of the pod. And yeah,
yeah.
that had never happened to us. To be honest, it was the first time something like that happened to us, and yeah, maybe because we were not really, you know, focusing. We didn't have a
Prepared
topic.
kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, stuff like that. But yeah,
Because
uh,
I guess it was like we were in a call and we randomly started making it a poll, and then so nobody has the energy to do the poll, and then
yeah,
because we're doing it forcefully, so it didn't success. So
yeah,
I would
yeah.
say like that.
Yeah, again, I would like to
Yeah.
apologize, guys, for being almost 1 month, out of touch with the pod. And yeah, with that being said, we finally managed somehow to get the pod up and running. And yeah, since I know you're watching this, you even messaged us saying, "Where are you guys?" And yeah, we're here. We're still here. Chris had been pretty busy, and we'll now try to kick his ass virtually if he if
Not
he yeah.
Not really.
I
He's
mean,
trying to act busy because he's the freest person in our group. So
exactly,
he
exactly.
only do like full time study. He only do full time study and gym, and
Yeah,
then
yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
yeah, you can count
So
the gym to be honest because it's like eating. So it's not that it's not work. So whatever. Let's stop trash talking
because I
Chris
yeah
and let's stop trash
yeah
talking about Chris and actually get
yeah
back to the pot. So I'll start with my monthly stuff, I guess, because it's been almost a month. But the funny part is that I don't even remember, what happened last month and to what point where we updated on the daily stuff. So yeah, nothing much going on. I went to Butol
no.
after like
I
two
guess I
years
guess
to
one second. I guess on our last episode that we uploaded on YouTube, we didn't had the weekly recap. So we got
yeah.
complaint about weekly recap, and then we tried to do weekly recap on the last blooper one, and then we
Yeah,
only had a weekly talk for an hour.
yeah,
so,
yeah.
so
So
that's why it was like
that was
fairly,
the reason. Yeah, we tried
yeah,
weekly recap, but that turned into such a huge stuff. We were doing weekly recap for 40 or 50 minutes, and when we actually wanted to get into the main topic, we didn't have it, and we were laughing all around. And we didn't bother to upload that to to
yeah.
to as a pod. So yeah, but
Mhm.
I don't remember the last month, but I do remember the last week. So last week I went to Butol to attend one of my cousin's wedding, Didi's wedding, and yeah, it was pretty fun. And yeah, I went to Butol after like 2 years. It had been so long. I hadn't actually, in terms of traveling, I hadn't got out of Valley for a week or something like that. In 2 years. In almost 2 years, yeah. No, actually, 1.5 years maybe. But yeah, I mean, it's been such a long time. I was inside the valley, except for the traveling purpose. I hadn't gone to somewhere because like Butol is not like for traveling purpose. I went to Lansang, but we cannot count that because it was traveling, right? You guys are getting what I'm trying
Mhm.
to say, right? Uh, I didn't
Yeah, yeah,
go out
yeah.
of
No, no.
yeah, I didn't go out of valley for like just normal purpose, I'd say. And yeah, it felt so like it felt like a completely different place, man. I don't know. It was a kind of different experience. I mean, it was so hot out there. It was so you know super hot. Yeah, I had to wear hoodie by coming here because I felt cold today. So yeah,
All right.
even though
Yeah.
it's almost summer already here in Kathmandu as well. And yeah, I guess that is pretty much it from my side. I mean, I don't remember the other stuffs that even back in the day, so I
Yeah,
cannot get
yeah,
too
that's
much
the
into
interesting
it.
story you had last week, right? So, yep,
Yeah,
Chris, you can
yeah.
continue because
So
I don't want to make this pod as a yet weekly
yeah,
recap pod, and
exactly,
then
exactly.
so
Hmm.
as a good
Yes.
host, as a professional host, Chris, keep going, man.
Yeah. Similar to Ananda, most of the stuff that I did like even 2 weeks ago, I don't remember much, but the main highlight for this month or this week, if I should say, is it has been it has been a time for me to connect with Nepali foods. We went to the international market last week. We got pani puri, we got chapati,
My
we
bad.
got we got Nepali fried noodles, we got momo,
You can
and
do
we had
better.
it this whole week.
Chris, you can do better, man.
No,
Don't start
no,
with
we
pani puri
can do
chapati,
better.
man.
We cannot do better than that. That
I
is the
mean,
best thing we have had this whole year.
I mean, face guy, understandable. Yeah. By the way,
And the thing is, we
I'd like to continue my ritual. So yeah, don't mind me, man. Go on.
The thing is, we made it ourselves, but it was so good. It was like when I was back in Nepal, any food, any like chutpati, pani puri that I'd make, momo I'd make, was always tasted like trash, you know. But here, everything tastes like heaven, and it was a great.
You know the catch? It still is trash, but in the US, you're eating even trashier food. Even more trash. So the trash becomes
Uh,
good trash.
uh,
So that's why you found it yummy. So yeah.
I'll not disagree. I'll not disagree, right? But yeah, the last
All
week,
right, guys, stop fighting. Let's act professional. Let's be
mm,
professional, man. Come on,
yeah,
seriously, jeez.
Save the guy himself. Yeah.
and
A
also
month,
the
it's been a month and I'm changed now. Time
We'll
and
changes,
see.
also
so do
We'll
I.
see. We'll see.
Also, I realized that I had become so much Americanized that I forgot that it was the Nepali New Year's, I think last week, right? And out of nowhere, people were wishing me Happy New Year. And I was like, wait, what? It's like April, early April. What do you mean New Year, man? We're already in the New Year. And then I realized that it was the Nepali New Year, man. And
Uh,
once you're here in America or once you're here abroad, the New Year doesn't hit like it used to. So there were no any, New Year resolutions, New Year things to do. Although some people consider the Nepali New Year to be better than the normal English New Year. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's the same for me as well. Once you start getting into the international stuffs, because everything is in just Eddie. So yeah, back in the days, I still remember like back in
It's
20s,
so
20s.
even
Yeah,
I'd like to add interesting stuff. So even for my own birthday, I had no idea like when was Chait was going on, and then I had no idea. So it was like
yeah,
when it was like March, and then like almost my birthday, and I was like, oh, it's already end of the year for Nepali people.
yeah. I mean,
So
see,
that's how
the
you
thing
relate. So if I
actually,
don't like relate my birthday and Nepali month, I would never know about the New Year's and this stuff.
yeah, I
Even
mean,
it goes same for the Dasari stuff. So yeah,
yeah, I mean the thing is that one, you don't even need to be abroad to actually have that sort of realization because it's
yeah,
all
I know.
about
Because even
what
even back in the days when we were doing A levels, yeah, it was same, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, it's more about what you use in your daily life. If you're in school, you definitely know Boisakzet, Sar, whatever, because you go according to
Yeah,
the Nepali academic year. But once start using more of like 80 and you get more into it, you completely forgot what month Nepali month it is. So yeah, it's kind of
yeah,
the same for me
Yeah.
as well. I used to make Nepali New Year resolutions, but at one point, I realized that it's better to make English New Year resolutions because everything that I do, resonates more with the 80 than BS, right? So
yeah.
that
Hmm.
way,
True, true,
I started making English New Year resolutions instead of Nepali. So yeah,
Yeah, and
true, man,
also
true. Yeah,
another reason for me to be Americanized was last Friday was Good Friday, and yesterday was Easter, and we ate some good food during those days. So I feel like
Yeah,
I
I
had
don't know about the Easter. What the
Yeah,
fuck is
Chris,
Easter, man? So the
please,
Easter
yeah.
Easter crazy is going on, but like it's like this is my second Easter here
Yeah,
in
I mean,
Australia.
when
I
did
mean,
I have
you?
no idea what the
I,
what the fuck is Easter.
I mean, everyone on my company is on leave today because it's Easter. But what the hell is that?
So
So Jesus
basically, so
Christ,
what I know is like Jesus. Oh, it's related to Christianity. I don't know. So I was silent. Yeah.
what? Of
Amen.
course, yeah. Jesus Christ, he died on the day of
Amen.
Good Friday, right? He died on the day of Good Friday, and they believe that he
Okay,
was
that's why it is Good
resurrected.
Friday.
He was
So he
resurrected.
died. One sec.
Two-
One sec. I had a question.
Mhm.
He died on Good Friday, or like he died on Friday. That's why it's Good Friday.
He didn't die. He was. They call it. He was crucified, right? So he
Isn't that
was
concerning?
hammered on the. He was
Yeah,
crucified, basically, right? But
yeah.
people call it people like respect it or like people consider it good because it was a sign that he was ascending to heaven. So he was like, he was considered a supreme deity after that, before he was a normal human being. So basically he ascended to heaven. So they consider him to be Good Friday, him to be like, I mean, the day to be, they call it Good Friday. But what happened was
All right. That
he resurrected on the day of Easter, and it is considered the resurrection of Christ. So people, it is like one of the biggest festivals here. So they all enjoy, they gather, they play the Easter egg games, and they eat a lot.
yeah, and then
And
like yeah,
basically, that's the gist.
what they do here in Australia is like so the week is crazy. The Easter whole
Uh-huh.
week is crazy. So Easter was
Hmm.
today, but like it's crazy. So Good Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every day is crazy.
Uh-huh.
People started going crazy, taking leaves, having fun, roaming around, and then even in the like stadium nearby, they had a program going on. It's like having
Hmm.
a short concert or like Mela in Nepal. Like the what do we say the yearly stuff that they do in Nepal?
Awesome.
Oh yeah, most of the kind of stuff they do in the
Hmm.
stadium. But I got no interest on that. So that being said,
Yeah.
I'd like to
It is
give
a
a
day.
few
Yeah, it
few
was a,
days.
it was a,
I'd like to give. Yep. Sorry, man. All right.
no
I'll
problem.
I'll give my 2 minutes for the weekly recap, and then we can just get it started
I mean, Chris
because
is not
it will be
done.
too
Chris
late.
is
And
not
then
done yet. Chris is not done yet. Chris, please.
oh, he's a what the fuck, man. Yeah, yeah. Continue then. Continue. If you're
I
not
mean,
done,
no
then you
problem.
can. No,
And
you can
there
continue if you're not
was
done because otherwise Asis will complain about like why there is half information provided on our portal and then
Mhm.
nah.
And I
So
just wanted to
I'm not
correct
ready for the
myself.
comment. Yeah.
I just wanted to correct myself out there. Like Easter was the day Jesus ascended to heaven. He did not resurrect on that day. Just to make that correction for all the Christian viewers out there,
Yeah,
American
so
viewers.
just a fun
But
fact. Just a fun fact. The same day, today is Easter, right? The day Jesus
Yeah.
ascended to heaven is the same day the Pope, whatever,
yeah,
died.
yeah, Pope
Ascended
Francis
to
died.
heaven, I guess. Yeah. So
Who?
it's
Who?
pretty, it's pretty interesting. Given the Pope,
Yeah,
he's like the
Pope Francis.
world's.
Yeah,
What is that,
he's
Chris?
the
Yeah.
he's like the what do you call it? He's like the king of pirates, as you say in One Piece, right? He's
Yeah,
the one single person he's considered the top of the ladder in Christianity.
yeah,
Oh, okay. All
but
right. I got no interest in religion stuff. So that being said,
yeah, Himal.
so reflecting on my past month, it's been a crazy roller coaster ride. So I was dealing with my personal stuff. So even though I had a new resolution, I was strict on myself. But you know, as a human being, yeah, it sucks sometimes.
Which
Sometimes
one did
even
you
for
fail?
me, the
Which
guy.
one? Which one did you
No,
fail,
I failed
man?
none. I failed none, but I struggled. That's what I mean. I failed none. Please. All right.
All right,
So
that's good on
I
ya.
had a I had a couple of yeah. Thank you. So I had a hard time. So I was like mentally disturbed. I was like physically tired. I was mentally tired. Uh, so I was not good at uni. I was not good at anything. So it was going for a while, and then yeah, we had a talk about this thing on our group call, not in a poll, but after that, so I tried a couple of things, and then yeah, I was on my journey to find myself and then find the reason that's like, you know, bro, come on, seriously. I'm being serious in the pod,
Yeah.
and then
Alrighty.
this is the first time I'm being serious, and you guys are like acting creepy. I don't know what's wrong with you,
Sorry about
but
that.
yeah. And then so finally, it's been a week or so. I'm back again. You can feel the energy, I guess. You can see the aura running,
Yeah.
And then yeah. That being said, it was my weekly recap, and then the new thing that I started from last night is like organize yourself, organize your room, cheese,
So
and then yeah, it feels good to be organized.
just to
Ananda,
add,
you will never feel the energy that we feel, but
just to
I'm
add
feeling
some
sad for you.
context, yeah, just to add some context to the background, Himal actually is stealing the water bottles from his hall, from the hotel, and
No way,
he is putting
no way.
those in those those machines which give you money for
Oh,
putting
the
those bottles.
reason behind it. No. The reason behind like I have got so many water bottles is like so it's getting cold and cold in Perth, and then so I missed the catch. So I broke my retainer on like last Friday, Thursday, when there was like Easter Good Friday. Fuck you, Easter Good Friday, and then so the thing it gave me a lot of trouble, and then due to the Easter stuff, I'm not able to see my dentist, and then I have to wait for a whole week. So whole week or 4 5 days to see my dentist. So tomorrow I'll be fixing it, but so due to that reason, and then I'm feeling a bit sick. And then I used to put all the water bottle in the freezer, and then I used to had a cold drink, but it's already getting cold, and I can't mess with my health. And then I got everything inside, so there is a lot of water bottle stock, and it's kind of you helping me to hydrate every single day. See a bottle, grab a bottle, drink water.
All right, moving on to the
Cheers.
main topic.
Yeah, moving on to the
Cheers.
main topic. I know it's been a long. So, Chris, your work is to put the timestamp so that the real viewer can directly start from the pod.
Yeah, exactly,
So,
Yeah,
exactly.
I was
Good,
thinking of
good,
that.
good point.
Mhm.
so that being said, when I was like on my journey to find myself, or like journey to like find the purpose, find the aim, find the meaning in life, so I came to, come on, I don't know what's wrong with Ananda, Chris. Come on. Okay,
Ananda,
you're also joining him. I
Ananda,
don't
come on,
know.
man. You
Sorry,
gotta be
man.
serious,
Act
Ananda.
Yeah,
serious,
I'm
man.
serious. I'm serious.
So I don't
I'm,
know what's wrong, but so and then so I realized, or like I reflected, or like I tried to figure out something, and then so I had a quite interesting stuff to share with you guys. So what I really like, there's a thing that like gets me crazy, or like gets me think about it for a while. So we three, as of now, we feel like we're kind of serious compared to our generation people, and then we even like don't give a damn about the gross stuff, right? So even for me, like I was completely gone from social media for a while before my birthday, and then so I was concerning like, is this naturally normal to do, or like we're so hard we thought like it's like we're doing this which is not necessary like for us to feel. That's kind of we're all alone by on our side, but sometimes it may help you to have somebody, right? So
yeah.
that's how I feel it, but I don't know if I'm right or wrong. So I'm here to discuss it with you, everyone. And then I would like to take any regards, comments or like suggestions in comment section or this. So what do you guys think about this? If you have
So
something to share, you can. If you don't
maybe,
have, you can ask question, and
maybe
then I'll
Chris,
be,
Chris,
yep,
I'd like to ask Chris to maybe get into it because
wrong guy to point out.
I mean,
All right,
it is
I like you to share what you actually like wanted to ask. I
Me.
want you to share.
So,
Yeah.
so what do you think? So, as we're all like apart from every single thing that distract a person, a man, you know.
Uh-huh.
So, so what I mean is like there is no cheap dopamine in our life as of now, other than Insta Reel,
Okay.
I guess. So,
yeah, I even concur that shit. Come
Yeah,
on,
I
baby.
conquered that seat, but like
Oh.
I have to be back for some reasons. I can't see that thing on the pod, but I will someday. But so
Uh-huh.
my question is like, so is it a natural act for us to do this, or we're like we're practicing a nonsense practice, or is this an is this normal or not? That's my question. So
Okay, so the thing I'd like to connect to is we are just basically trying
so
to
my
be
my my
disciplined.
my actual my actual concern, yeah, I know discipline, but so like distancing yourself from a girl, so-called discipline, it is actually a good thing or a bad thing, or it depends on person or whatever. So it is. I don't know. So I
Okay,
hope you
listen.
got my question, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I got it. So listen, okay. So what we are doing is we are not exactly distancing ourselves from girls, you know. All we're trying to do is
Mm.
we're trying to invest our time on a relationship if it's worth it, or on a girl if it's worth it. You know, it's not like a one night stand or so you call. But basically, what we're aiming for is we're aiming for the long run and a girl who can help boost our productivity or a girl who can support us. And it basically boils down to the right person in the right time thing,
Oh
But,
my
but
goodness,
I've
right?
got a
that's a deep
question.
thing.
I do have a question. So you found the right
All right.
person, you know, who
Uh-huh.
supports you in every
Hmm.
single thing, and
Looks like some guy have experience.
shut up,
Looks
mate.
like some guy got experience.
See,
Okay,
and you
okay,
were
okay. My
talking
bad, my
about
bad.
professionalism, mate. Seriously. Anyway, moving on. Yeah. So, what if, Chris? I'm asking you the question. Himal, please set up. What if you found the right person, but for some reasons, maybe the time's not right because you've got so much time before, I mean, you
Too
cannot
early.
really.
So it's like Roger. We're too early.
Yeah,
We're too early.
it's
It's
more
like
of like
Roger. We're too early, man. Come on,
yeah,
G.
Rosa Pirates were 20 years early, but maybe what if the things are maybe like a
Mhm.
couple of years early and you cannot make it work out? So what about that?
Yeah, that's what I like to believe. See, that is why I pointed out right person, right time, right? So if the person is not right, or like the time is not right, what I would do is I would try to, stay away from it. I don't know if you want to call it discipline or anything, but what I prefer is only if it is the right time, which you might realize when it's with the person. You guys might have some experience when it's the right person, but the wrong time, right? I'm not experiencing that yet, but what I would suggest is wait for the perfect opportunity, wait for the perfect time, and then actually commit to it,
What
right?
if, what if, what if,
Which
what if,
is
what if, like the perfect time never comes, or the perfect person, the perfect, you know, people never, do appear. So what in that case? Maybe it isn't the person. I don't think, it's not that the person who you'd look for a perfect person or
Mhm,
something like that. But in terms of time or in terms of, situations, things get a little bit
mhm.
complicated, right? So
Yeah,
yeah,
I feel like try to work it out, right? I mean, try to work it. Of course, like if it's not the right time, it's hard to make it work out. But if you think it's the right person, you don't want to lose that person, right? You believe that there will never be another person like that individual, right? Then what I'd say is try to make it work out anyhow. Try to keep your try to like overlap both of your opinions on your whatever you call it
No,
on your time, on your career, or anything that is stopping you from making it being the correct time or the right time, right? What I would say is just hold on to it. If it doesn't work out, then it's completely fine. You just part ways. But if it's the right person, I'd say it's going to be hard
so
finding a new right person for that.
how do you define the right person?
A right person is someone who like just clicks. You know what? like a person who clicks means.
It's like
Like
bomba clutch. It's like
nah nah
bomba
nah nah
clutch.
nah nah bomba clutch, man. It's like everything
All right.
everything everything that you want in a person, they're a whole package of that. And on top of that, they're also the toppings for that, you know? So there are no there I mean, it depends on what you prefer a right
Like
person is for you, right? So what I prefer is I want a like-minded individual. Some people like I'm not I do not want to point out their names, but the some people prefer individuals with different mindsets so that when they I don't know
Ananda.
for some reason some people like people with different mindsets so that you can I don't know, like debate about it. You can it's not basically arguing, but you can debate about certain topics.
What
You
about you,
do not
Chris?
need to
Yeah.
yeah, for me, I said I'd want people who with like mindset,
I
you
had a
know,
question
so that
though. I had a question though.
overlapping opinions.
So
Uh-huh.
Why
you
we're pointing out Chris about our doubts, right, man? Come on, because I don't think so. Chris is the right person to ask the
no, no.
thing.
I mean, you still can
No,
have a taste. You know, you
it's
still
still
can have
an
your
yeah, it's still
choice.
an opinion.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
it's not
Chris,
like I have to be
mhm.
experienced in that, right? But I want a person
okay, all right.
who thinks in a like-minded way, who where our opinions are overlapped, you know.
So yeah,
So I just
why
prefer it
this
that
thing
way.
like so my part, all right. So what this thing got me crazy or like get my interest is like so for me and Chris, I think we have never dated somebody, right? So so I'm not offending anyone, but so even though as a child with dating stuff, I think for me personally, I have never dated somebody, and then so I never had an experience about the girls stuff. So how do I know whether like it's right thing or like bad thing
Eh,
to do or like
no, Himal, you're completely
yeah
wrong
I
here.
have
I mean, you
no no
don't
no.
have
So
to
I have
see.
talked to
You don't need to have experience
okay
to know your choices, to know your taste, because everyone starts at some point.
no
And
no. So sometimes so if you're talking to a people. So you have to be clear what you want. I know that, but
No, see,
so
like a true.
what if you don't feel anything, Chris? It's like
What do you mean? What
oh,
if
complete null,
complete null? So
complete
like
null. So
you're
it's
I
like
see.
not even
so
For,
you're boomed, like you're boomed. So you don't know whether it's right person or like whether you want her as a long run or like you're just chatting with her for fun or like I don't know, I don't know what's other I can add on there.
that's what you
no.
call
That is
playing.
why I
Yeah, yeah, Chris.
yeah no. That is why I'd like you to define what a right person is for you, right? So what you mean by
So
being null is you don't have the definition for a right person in your mind yet.
okay,
So
yeah. So
right.
so
So
for the right person in my mind, so I don't think so. I do have a right answer because
mhm.
I didn't take this thing like seriously as of now, I guess. So I don't take this thing as like necessity in life because so
But there has to
chatting
be
had
an ideal person for you, right? Like there has to be certain qualities that you look
oh
for in a
ideal
person.
person. So after being mature 20s kid, so my
Hmm.
ideal type, yeah, that sound good. Yeah. So my ideal type to like so called my right person is like
Uh-huh.
yeah bro, yeah, continue bro, yeah, I'll do after
Himal,
you, yep,
Himal, yeah, please. No,
yeah.
I was just in the flow. I forgot I was doing something like this. I was just,
Oh, what the fuck, man. So
I was
I
listening to
was like
you.
I feel like
Yeah. Sorry about
okay
that. I was
so
just listening. It was like
my
sometimes you're
my
doing
bad, I
random
was like
stuff.
as a good professional host I would like to like give chance for you to
Yeah,
talk first, that's what I mean,
you
but
keep on.
uh,
I'll add on after you're done.
okay
Hmm.
Yeah.
so
But uh-huh.
where was I
No, we
As
are
a
defining what a right
as
person
a
is for
mature
you.
20-year
okay
old
defining a
kid.
right person.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. As a mature 20-year old guy, mature man, and then so how do I define my girl or like my ideal type or like my ideal? Yeah, bro. Yeah, you stopped me at the same
I mean,
point
yo,
back then, and then
I
you had
realized.
nothing to
See,
say, and then
Himal,
right now,
I
yeah.
realized that you've got nothing more to say. You're just repeating the same shit over and over again.
Uh,
So I
I
realized,
I do have. I'm getting to the point, you know.
all right, get to the
So yeah.
point then.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what I used to think about is like girls should be like fine, good looking, you know, fine, good looking, like compared to like yourself. But back in the days when I was teenager, you know, old days. But
Good old days.
what I yeah, good old days. And then like how do I feel right now? It's like it's more about, you know. So for me, caste does matter. So right. So I don't know about you people, but for me, it's like so if I had a chance, so I'll try to look like somebody from the like same caste. So it won't be like so I won't be having any trouble later on. So because if I got attached to the wrong people, like people from the people from the other caste, so I
Mhm.
might have trouble later on because I have to argue with my family in the name of love, and then I don't want to be the other cool guy, you know. So
Mhm.
rather than doing the like argument stuff later on, so I'll filter out the option, you know. So
I
Yeah.
mean,
I
that is
will
always
try to
there.
find
Yeah, I
find
mean, uh,
and
yeah,
then
that is
so
a factor. Yeah, right. But what about qualities? You know?
so qualities. So I don't expect much from girls. So should be like, you know, not about caring. It's not more about caring. It's like, you know, supporting. So
Mm.
if I'm willing to do something, so there should be someone to push me rather than pointing out and like asking nonsense question. So help me like grow in positive way. You know what I mean? Or like if I'm
I
wrong,
mean,
Mhm.
so pointing
that,
out the stuff so that we can fix the stuff.
See, but
yeah, I
the
mean,
thing is, no one wants a partner who wants to degrade them, right? So
bare
it is
minimum.
like one of the very obvious qualities that
Bare,
Yeah.
you look for in a
bare.
I
person,
mean,
right?
not even
I
bare
don't think
minimum.
so. Bare
No,
minimum, man.
Himal,
Come
Himal.
on.
I mean, the
Yeah,
point is that,
no.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you say, okay, I'm gonna do this thing, hell yeah, and I mean, obviously your partner would not be like, no, don't do this and stuff like. I mean,
Yeah.
that. I mean,
Hmm.
that's such a common. Come on, man, get something better to say.
I mean, yeah.
He
I mean,
was
being a
better with
partner
me.
basically means she
Oh,
has to support you in every time, you know?
no.
But
So,
okay, I'll try to brief out the question. Okay, so as I talked about people with different qualities, like do you want a person with a distinct mindset or an overlapping mindset, or like mindset or unlike mindsets? Because we have seen
unlike mindset,
examples of
obviously.
unlike mindset.
So,
So I mean,
guys,
You
we
know,
have
guys.
seen
because
people.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
One sec. One at a time. Professional podcast. All right. Thank you. Cheers.
as you see,
Uh-huh.
they're not
Okay.
letting me speak. You are the one who will judge. Yeah,
what,
continue.
what the fuck? He's complaining to viewer. Bro got no other. Bro is using the like
Uh,
victim card or something. Okay. So
No, yeah,
see,
continue.
yeah.
you are not letting me speak, and you've got nothing to say. Fuck you, mate. I'll speak
I
now.
forgot, man. Come on.
So, all right, that's
Okay,
better.
okay. I
That's better
forgot.
because you have
I'll try
nothing
to.
to say anyway. So, yeah, see, guys, before you really dig really too deep into it, I think it's not that serious as well. I mean, yeah, the thing itself is serious, but the age you're in, early 20s, and the age and the thing that you're, asking for kind of
Yeah,
doesn't match up.
you bring the real
And
stuff. Yeah,
what I
thanks for
what I
the
suggest
info.
you, so listen, what I suggest to you is that this is not the age to be thinking too much about, what might happen. I mean,
Yeah,
what more of like what, you know, like the thing that we were discussing now, right? I believe it's more of like an age to fuck around and find out, rather than already setting a bar, setting expectations of this and this
Hmm.
and this and this, because even you don't know what you want until you are truly in the thing itself, right? So it's more of like
Hmm.
you
yeah,
iterate through it, you learn about yourself, you learn about the other person, and that's how maybe you get to the point where you can uh, have clear, definitions of what the right person is for you. But for now, I don't think you should be thinking too much
Okay.
about it. But just be aware that your other stuffs will definitely suffer if you get into that thing, because no matter how much understanding the other side is, no matter how much caring they are, it's still a trade-off.
Hmm.
So you gotta make sure your priorities are straight up, and before you get into it, you need to be mentally prepared that you'll be lacking in the other areas of your life. But that doesn't mean that you should always, like you should be focusing on your career only your whole life, because it is also a part of life. That it is also something that you can grow on, because you know at some point in life you'll be spending your whole life with someone, right? So yeah, getting to know the other
Yeah.
side better is also a part of
Hmm.
is also going to help, is more of like an investment, I would say, because uh I mean, yeah, career will only get you so far, but you're not alone in this whole journey. So yeah, definitely a good idea to you know get some experience, I would say. But yeah, uh in my opinion, fuck around and find out, and but make sure
Hmm.
you are ready to uh you know make sure you're ready to actually get to yourself the time and stuff like that, which it demands like crazy.
Yeah, and due to the reason for it being the hard and fast rule, this is precisely why I do not want to engage in this trying out thing or like situationships thing, you know? I personally, I mean, we have discussed about this previously too. I personally would prefer knowing a person as a friend before like instead of
Committing to them.
starting out as a stranger, yeah, instead of starting out as a stranger and heading straight to the relationship path, you know, I would start out as a friend, get to know them better, as you said,
Nah,
and
Wait,
then
Chris,
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 eventually
Chris,
think
Chris.
you,
about it.
you, you
There's a
overtake
catch.
me. So what? So there's a catch here. There's a catch after Anand talk. So there's a line that I would like to pass. So right
Hmm.
after Ananda was done. So that's the difference between you and me and Ananda. You and me have not much experience, and the way we said our thought, or like the way we explain stuff, were different. And then
Hmm.
when Ananda started explaining, it makes more sense, right?
See, here's the
So
thing,
it
guys.
is
Yeah,
what
i'm
it
not
is.
i'm not trying
Hmm.
to downplay your opinion or something like that, Chris, but what we need to keep in mind
Hmm.
is that it's not you only. You got to think about the other side as well.
Yeah,
And once you get into the friend zone, so see,
yeah.
I think I will explain this before as well, but there are three ways of connection. One is physical connection, one is emotional connection, and the other one is spiritual or something like that, I guess. And
Fuck,
when
I don't know about spiritual
I mean, I don't
connection.
know the third one. I don't
Hmm.
exactly remember, but like, uh, the thing is that when you're a friend, you only have emotional connection. Oh, sorry, not spiritual, sexual. It is.
Sometimes.
Maybe. Oh, wait,
Oh,
no.
okay,
Wait, wait,
that's
wait, 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 wait. Physical and
No.
sexual are the same thing, I guess. So sorry about that, guys. I forgot the third
okay,
one, but
but sometimes even when you're a friend, you might get some physical connection
I mean
nowadays.
that's the whole point of
Nowadays.
friendship benefits. You do not have any.
Okay.
Wait, emotional means. So yeah, if you have I don't know, man. But yeah, as a friend, you are only connected emotionally, and you do not have any sort of attractive, view towards your friend. So that's the neat part, because once a girl friend zones you, you're done. I don't. It's like a rare exception where a girl will, make it more than
Yeah,
friend,
later on
because
accept you.
you,
Yeah.
the way they view you is more of like non-romantic way, right?
Hmm.
So that's the case
Yeah, but
that might cause you a
it does
problem.
not. It does not just have to be a friend, right? What I am trying to say is you you get to know a person, but in a way that it is not basically directed to a relationship path, you know? Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are getting to know a person, but it's not like you're jumping into being in a relationship.
Th-
First, you
That's
are getting to
exa
know them.
that's exactly what I had gone through, and that's exactly I believe
Hmm.
Himal, you know, is going, I guess. But yeah, so.
Mhm.
Bro, what the fuck? Why did you bring up me in front of other people in Ford, man? Come on,
I
I
mean,
was like so private, bro. Come on, seriously?
sorry about that.
That was not very
Disregard.
nice of you. Sorry.
There
Thank
was
you.
it was not that way, guys. Disregard that,
Mhm.
please. I'm talking about me. So yeah, the way you
Okay.
said it, Chris. So
Okay,
see,
no, that's fine. That's fine. You can include
I
me, yeah.
followed the same path that we actually explained, and it doesn't have to be friends. You can be like two people who are not friends, who are not, romantic lovers.
Mhm.
You're nothing. You're just talking. So yeah, you can do that as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then it's boom. It's kind of, I don't know how to explain, but it's crazy.
but the point is that
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
you need to make sure that they're not being you completely as a friend, because there's a thin line,
Hmm.
really thin line between a friend and
Hmm.
that guy, the way I talk, because you need to add a little bit of spicy things as well in between, just a little, not too much, because
Yeah.
doing it too much would ruin things, for sure,
Mhm.
in the initial days.
A little bit of
uh,
art of
yeah,
seduction.
a little bit, sprinkle a bit of seduction, and
Yeah,
yeah, you're good to go. And that's,
yeah.
I believe, is
It's
one of
like
the
it's
best.
like seasoning,
Yeah,
seasoning with the seduction part.
yeah. I mean, that
Uh-huh.
it is one of the best ways to get into a relationship, I would say, because uh, yeah, it is a bit different than, in some, some people are just looking for lust, some people are just
Hmm.
looking for fun, but it is more of like natural, the
Hmm.
click you said. Yeah, exactly. That's how you get
Yeah.
it. But Chris, you need to make sure you're not, getting into the friend side, and you're adding a little bit of,
Uh-huh.
sprinklings or whatever, seasonings of
Yeah.
stuff, other stuffs as well. And
So
you
I
need to
think
make
it's
sure
like
you need
basically,
to yeah, you need to make sure you're
yeah,
not being
you need
viewed
to make
as
sure about like,
completely friend. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, that has to,
yeah, you
yeah.
should be clear when you're starting, like, so you should be clear with your
Hmm.
intention. So you're not here for like being a friend.
I mean,
I think
no,
that's what
no,
you're
that's not
trying
how
to
it
say,
is,
Ananda.
Himal. No, because once you make your intentions clear, it's a
Okay.
completely different thing. It's more of like, you don't have any intentions at all in this case. You never set any intentions.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
feel that. I can feel you.
yeah. You
It's
guys
like
remember that?
you're waiting
Yeah, I know.
when it clicks, you're just talking with them and you figure out if it clicks or not, basically. You do not have any
Exactly,
intention.
exactly. Yeah.
You're just
So,
trying to find out if
so
they're the
okay.
right
So
person or not.
so
But
as
there's a
of now,
catch.
Ananda already.
You need to meet them
Okay.
as well, because fully virtual, you're more likely to get friend zoned.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
He's
Uh-huh.
getting personal. He's directly
I mean,
pointing towards me
just,
without getting my name.
just no, no,
Okay,
no,
but
No,
that's
Himal,
that
fine.
is
no.
okay.
I
I
have
like the
no,
way you explain. But
I have no intentions of
yeah,
pointing
Hmm.
that at you, Himal. Honestly, I said it with my experience, and
Uh-huh.
yeah.
why you're like pointing my name as Himal? Himal, it's Himal, man. Come on.
I mean,
So
you're
why the fuck you
Himal.
acting like it?
You're Himal the hero, right?
Fuck you, Mike.
Okay,
But
still.
yeah. So as Anand already bring like as
Brought.
Anand already exposed me.
Yeah.
No, that's
Hmm.
why I changed. Not bring broad. It's like exposed. Bro. Jeez. Okay. As
Go
Anand
on.
already exposed me in the pod. So yeah, we can even have discussion about mind thing that's
Sorry,
going
Mike.
No,
on
wait,
right now.
Let's not
wait.
do personal
But
discussions here.
Uh-huh.
okay, but
So,
what I
but,
mean is like, so okay, moving on.
but,
I think it's been quite long since we're discussing
Uh,
the same thing,
okay.
but
but,
without
Himal,
like
Yeah,
getting
we
anything
we
out
are
of it.
Himal, but,
we are not trying to go personal, okay? We are trying to
But
look at it.
but it's like, seriously, it's like
Okay,
that.
we are
I don't
trying to
know.
look at it from a third person perspective,
exactly,
okay? So
exactly, exactly.
as as a general, in a general sense, in an
Yeah.
abstract sense. So, we are talking about defining a
I
right
don't know.
person, right?
What do I feel like? I kind of want to give like the rhyming stuff in English. We made today in a poda. Today we made in a poda.
Himal, PC, the
Crazy
professional
man.
host, you
Yeah.
guys. Audience, please do a boo for
Yeah,
Himal as
please.
well.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, no,
No.
as I was,
Sorry guys.
as well, please. Okay, so as I was getting into it, right? So we were defining what a right person is. So we are still on the topic of whether we believe in the right person, right time setting. Okay, so we define what a right person is. Now, what do you guys define as a right time or a right right place to, I mean, yeah, right time basically.
I
How would you
think
define it?
time is one of the most important factors when you're getting with someone, I believe. Because, see, uh, no matter how strong your things are, I've never seen, yeah, I've never seen, right? Yeah, I've never seen something, that work even when the time was not right. Maybe not even time, man. Maybe, place. It's more of like place than time.
Yeah, that's what I
I
was saying.
mean,
Place
I
or
think
yeah,
time,
the whole long distance thing, man,
no,
that's the
I
only
think
time problem because there is
no,
nothing than that we can consider in time. Maybe, the time is wrong, says the students studying in
no, I
class
think yeah,
10. No. So
it's
it's more of like place than
time
time.
as in age too, like age or like your personal, like the state that you are in right now.
I
Basically,
mean,
that is the time.
so
That is the definition of time.
okay, guys. So uh, yeah, I agree with the time thing, I guess, because it more likely depends on time whether it will work out or not. Because when you guys started dating each other, dating, not dating, it's like working out together. What do you guys think? It's more on time, right? As we all three agree,
so the thing is
or
that
a place.
what do you define time, Chris? What is the definition of time that you're talking about?
Okay, so time in a sense is the current age or the current environment that surrounds you that is in between you and your partner. So the environment that you are in, which is affecting you and your partner. So it could be, as you said, place, right? So it could be long distance, it could be your age, it could be the age gap, it could be the boundaries that Himal talked about, the caste boundaries, right? All of those are environment factors that might affect you in a way, right? So that is what I consider the right time or the right situation to be in, I
I mean,
guess.
it is really important, to be
Right
honest,
environment.
because it's more of
Hmm.
like it's always about the time than the partner. Because I mean, until and unless you're ready,
Yeah,
I don't think it's
yeah,
about the
I
partner.
agree. I do
No matter
agree.
how good partner you get, unless
Hmm.
you really are ready, it's not going to work out.
Hmm.
So
It should be the right time. Yeah,
it's more of like
yeah.
the
I think
right.
what.
It's more of like
Hmm.
it's not that you find the person and the right time, but it's more of like you have the right time, and it's about who you find during that right time. So
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
you know what? You
does
know
that make
how I would like
sense?
to conclude this stuff?
Yeah.
It's like whatever is written in your life, you'll get in the right time. So that being said, we can move on to the other stuff, man. It's already been
Hey,
so long that we've been discussing this
wait.
time.
Yeah, we're
Whoa,
getting deep into it, man.
Yeah. Himal, what was that, man?
why?
Come on, Hiral. You
The
cannot just
disappointment
drop
on
a
you. On
you
you.
cannot just drop a banger
You know,
quote and
you
say
know,
that
the,
let's
you know
move
the
on,
click,
man.
the cliffhanger. Yeah, subscribe to our channel and then make sure we'll come back with another episode. Oh, so, oh, right.
The
Yeah,
Okay,
just
prof
so
just
the
just joke,
professional part.
because people might feel
The
bored.
the
No,
professional part.
bro, people might feel bored. People might feel bored.
Oh, Himal, bah. See, when we joke around,
Himal.
it's on Himal. Seriously, bah.
Bah.
But when we joke around, it's unprofessional. But when you do, when you do, is people might feel bored. Seriously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bold. Bold. Old. Bold.
Now getting back, okay?
Yeah.
So what I was trying to say is what general people define the right time to be is, I think, in my opinion, it is when people separate the time for their career stuff, right? Career goals and the time for relationship, and they basically compare the time that they are in to tell if it's the right time or not. But people fail to realize that you could still do both of them together, right? But in a general sense, what right time could be is when the relationship doesn't hinder you from achieving your goals, or when you are in your building stage, in the stage of in the most crucial stage of your life where you are building your career. and they try to add relationship to it. So I think that is what people mean by general time in a sense, right? So I feel
Hmm.
like in some cases you feel the person is right, but at the same time you are so career oriented that you do not want to include that person in your life right now, but you want them after you are at a certain point, you know? And I think this is what separates time for people, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of deep, Chris, but you
Yeah,
really
but
bring.
I mean, for me personally, I feel like we could still include both of them together. Like we could manage it somehow because you do not need to, be completely away from society just to build your career goals, right? You could at the same time you could develop your emotional aspect or your what do you call it? Basically socializing with people or relationships, you could still include them while building your career. So I feel like people are trying to compare
Mm,
those times, but I feel like it could go together too, because being the right person means that being the right person itself means that they can fit in any time of your life, for me, I guess,
I mean, yeah, but
right?
still, sometimes the time is so wrong.
Huh.
I mean, so just let me give you an example. So you're just 20-year old, right? And you're gonna do Himal.
yeah, yeah, just so you laugh.
Mute
But
and
yeah, you can
mute
start.
and laugh, man. You cannot do such a long laugh. You're just extending our thought. You expect viewers to just watch you doing yeah. Seriously?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, go on.
You're wasting another minute for doing that,
All
You're
right, shut
doing
up.
mimicking me.
Shut up.
You're
Shut
wasting
up.
another
Shut up.
minute for the view.
Shut
Yeah.
up. All right. As I was saying, what was I saying?
And
Oh, okay. I was giving you an example, right? So, yeah. So, Chris, imagine, right? You're at the US and you're just 20 and you've got like 6 or 7 years before you marry, right? And you've got your partner in Nepal. So, are you willing to commit yourself for like
that's
6 or 7 years? That's the question.
no, hell no
That's the
from
No,
my
question.
side.
That's the question for you,
no,
Chris.
if it's about the time and the long distance, I would definitely not like bother about that. I would still commit to it. In my opinion, like I would not define it, I
Chris,
would not define time in that sense.
What makes you think that
Uh-huh.
in those 5 or 6 years, uh, you will, since it's long distance, right? So you're not even seeing that person.
Mhm.
You don't even have that, physical aspect.
It's
I mean, more of like a real person, of real touch. I'm not going too deep into that, but see,
how,
uh,
mhm.
so many
No, if
years
I have
of
never met
just
her physically, you said?
no. You have met her, but like it's been like a couple of years. I mean, if you continue your stuff, you'll be like
Mhm.
out of touch for some years, right? So,
Yeah, but
uh,
still, since if I consider her to be the right person, then why not?
I mean,
I
what
know
makes
that
you
people
think?
change.
What makes you think that people do not change? People do not find new people because, as I said, it's long
Mhm.
distance. What makes you think that they would still be with you just hoping for that, day because it's human psychology, Chris. It's not so simple.
Yeah, it
Like
is there.
I've seen decade of relationship being destroyed just because it was long distance. So yeah,
So, but Chris, so what I would like to bring in the topic is like, so when you guys are together, not apart from the distance, so it's easy to fix out things. That's
exactly.
what I get from the other people. So let's guess. So if you're in a relationship, if you're committed to somebody, so it's completely natural to have problem, like have some fights or like having some kind of misunderstanding in between your journey. But
Mhm.
But
if you're doing long distance, it really sucks. It really sucks. So it's damn
yeah, I
hard.
mean,
It's damn
in
hard thing
in
to
an I'll
do.
say
So whenever if you yeah. So that's what I get from the like experienced people like who are like dating for a couple of years and then get married. So even they do agree that like if it was meant to be a long distance, even we won't be able to we like we couldn't make it like we won't be able to do this
Yeah.
because
Yeah, and that
so
is
as
like
of now I see them as the ideal couple, but like even they even they don't clarify themselves as an ideal couple if it was a long distance because it's hard thing to fix out the misunderstanding and fights if you're doing long distance.
and that is the
So what
that
would you
is the
do?
no, I see that is the case where your definition of a right person is wrong.
Yeah,
Okay.
brother, one sec. It's not like if
Chris,
you get the right person,
it's
it's
human
it's not
nature.
like you'll never have a misunderstanding, brother. Fuck you, brother.
No,
Be
that is what
natural,
a
be
right
normal,
person is,
be
man.
real.
No, no, Chris. I mean, you're more of like in an ideal world. That
Bro,
is not
you
how real world works. Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, so you're using
I'm
fantasy.
I
That's
could still,
fantasy. That's a
I
different.
could still, I could still define a right person, right? So, I mean, like, there might still be arguments, there might still be problems, right? But when it's the right person, I see no problem dealing with long distance
So
and so basically long distance.
even when it starts getting
It's like
toxic,
so so
even when it
so,
starts
so there
getting
can be
pretty.
like four people having so four. If that's the case, then four people were like completely happy
No,
with each other.
in terms of
That
Chris
might be the
3,
case.
in case of Chris 3, because Chris would be so
Ah,
elated.
okay, yeah, three people.
Hey,
Yeah,
what?
cheers on the cheers, virtual cheers, man. Come
Yeah.
on, yeah, because
Okay,
yeah,
wait.
Chris is happy on his
I'll try to give you an example aside from relationships. Okay, consider us, right? All of us
See,
we are very
Chris,
distant from each other.
I already have a counter argument to that. We're not romantically involved with each other. Point number one, we don't need to be in touch
So
with each
yeah, I
other
have
every
nothing to do
day.
with you.
We
So
don't
yeah,
we don't need to
That's the
be.
thing. It's
No,
no, that is the
relationship
see,
don't work that way. You cannot just come up and in a week and start talking about stuff, how your things went, because you need romantic feelings as well, Chris. That's the point. The
no, the
friendship is
thing. See,
really
you're
easy.
relationship.
immature, Chris.
See,
You're immature, Chris.
friendship is a part of relationship, guys. Friendship,
It
do
is,
not
it
consider
is,
friendship to be completely different, man.
it is. But you when you do not have the romantic aspect, you just lose the interest.
Mhm. But
So
there could still be the low maintenance aspect to relationships,
I mean, yeah,
like
there
how
would be
friends
definitely,
do.
but they would be with someone else, getting all the things that you're not
Oh
giving
my
them.
God, man.
So that's it.
No,
That it is what it
I
is.
have seen people, man. No, I have seen people who are once committed. Okay, take for an example. What if they're a couple, they're married? In
See,
that case, what would you say?
marriage is a different thing because
So
in marriage there is
in
no going back.
married people, so,
That's the thing. There is commitment, right? And when
But
it's the right person, I feel
no.
like you are
So
committed to it.
even so, Chris, even for this generation, this age, people doing long distance for married people, so there might be a high probability that four people are having fun.
yeah,
Or like
So
what I mean. It's like it's rude thing to say, but like it's harsh thing to say, but it is what it is. I have seen those things with my eyes, so that's
no,
a
but
cruel
see,
world that I see.
yeah, Chris. But
I feel like if
the
I was in that situation, I would definitely not be one of the four people that you talk about, right?
yeah,
And I believe my
three.
Yeah,
the
I know.
partner
Yeah,
that I
for you three people, for you three people.
yeah, okay, so for me, three people. Okay, no, listen. If if I could be that way, there has to be a girl who has the same mentality, and that is where the like overlapping mindset comes in place.
Brother, you're living in anime world, brother. That's
Yeah.
some you're
Not
not creating animation,
See,
brother.
Chris. Here's the
Brother,
thing.
wake up, please. Brother,
I,
pinch yourself. Pinch
I'm
yourself.
it's not see it's not that I'm talking about a genuine ideal figure, right? Even I'm here and I believe that I'm able to
What the fuck
commit
was
to a
that?
single
Even
person.
I'm here. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Even I'm here. What do you mean? So you,
See,
whoa, brother,
I don't
that was crazy.
I,
I was
see,
crazy.
I
No.
I don't consider myself to be an ideal person. Okay, let's keep that straight. But if I can stay committed to a person in a long distance, then why cannot there be a person of another gender who thinks the
Bro,
same?
if you can commit to a long distance like that, you're the only creature living in the earth. Okay, that's why there is no other
Chris,
single person.
honestly, yeah. I
No, man.
mean,
I have seen people who are committed to each other who never talk, who talk like once in a week, but they still have the low maintenance aspect going on, but they are still totally committed to each
they're
other. They are
they're the
not
backup
married
plan
by
of
any
each
sense.
other. Chris, let me say this straight. They're each other's backup plan.
Yeah, yeah,
See,
yeah,
that's it.
because they have no option at all, So
I mean,
yeah,
Chris, man, you really need to go touch some grass or get some your senses into reality because things don't work that way, mate. Seriously.
Now, come on, man.
yeah.
It's because of the
I
vast.
hope
It's
I
because of
hope
the
you
vast
find
probability.
I mean I hope you find a girl as pure as you are. I really hope for that. And I hope yeah,
And
that's
and
it.
I know that you will never find that one.
I mean,
So sorry for that.
I'm
Sorry for
fine with
future
not
Chris.
finding a person. I'm fine with not finding a person, but
Oh my
I like
goodness,
to believe that there is.
he's fine to be a Babaji, Ananda.
I
He's
like
fine to be
to.
Chris,
that cool uncle. That cool
yeah,
uncle.
who never married,
I
He's
man.
like
fine
to
to be a
believe
cool
there
uncle.
is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I
I
like to
know.
believe there is a person who thinks that way, and I definitely think there is.
I really hope that
No
comes
way.
true and you prove
So
us wrong, Chris. But we're talking about
it's
general
like that
stuff.
we're
We're not
expecting
looking for
to be
we're not
like
talking about
Skyline.
we're not talking about such a specific stuff. We're talking in general, what happens in general. So in general, the things that are saying doesn't make
Mhm.
sense.
In general, you're
And
wrong.
yeah,
Yeah.
in generally speaking, you're wrong. So yeah, there might be some
Mhm.
outliers
So
because you yourself are an
Mhm.
outlier, I'd say. And yeah, it is what it
Look,
is. So.
the thing
okay,
is, I
that
have
being
seen
said,
people that way, so that is why I like to believe that it is the case. Okay, it's not like I've never seen people like that having an ideal relationship. I'd not want to bring a personal matter to this case, but they are someone close to me,
Yeah, sure,
there's one
sure.
and it's working
suggestion,
out
Chris.
just fine. Hmm.
There's only one suggestion that I can give to hopeless Chris out there. The Chris that I'm seeing right now. Go and explore the world. See the world. If you can explore, see the world. Try to see as far as you can see. You know, widen
I
your
mean,
perspective.
yeah.
Widen.
I mean, one can say that you only see the things that you want to see, which is also kind of true because Chris is focusing. It's like law of attraction.
Yeah, it's like
If you think about
yeah.
a yellow car, you
True.
only think of yellow car. If you think of red car, you start seeing red car. So maybe that's
It's
what's
like
happening
yeah.
with
It's
Chris
it's
and
like
us. We're
it's like
seeing
yeah
all the
yeah.
bad
If you
stuffs
start
and
thinking about the
yeah.
No, the
it's like
best
if you
example
started
I
thinking
could
about the
give you
yellow car,
is
you'll
of
you'll
a.
only notice the yellow cars in the road out there, right? So
Yeah, you don't
that's
need
the
to
stuff
repeat
Chris
what
is
I
going
said,
right now.
Himal. You don't need to repeat what I just
No,
said.
bro, I was
Seriously, man. I just
you
said
are
the
not
same thing.
completely
I said
clear
the
to the
same thing.
audience, man. You're not
No,
clearly complete.
no.
Hey,
We already did discuss law of
come
attraction. They already know. Don't think our audience are dumb, man. Seriously.
Yeah, all right. No, guys,
My
getting into
bad,
the
my bad.
point.
It's already Tuesday.
My
My bad. All
my
right.
point was the best example I could give you is of a married couple, and I don't know what kind of married couple that you have witnessed that have
No,
four partners,
we're not talking
but
about
I
married
feel like
couples.
see what exactly is marriage? Marriage is
No,
just
for married
you.
people, sometimes it's three people, Chris, just like you.
Oh my
But
God,
like,
please, man, please. See, even
no, I
marriage,
have
talking
seen, I have seen,
with.
I have
If you
experience.
want to talk about in a general sense, I feel like married people, there are only two people, okay? In a general sense. There
Yeah,
are two people
they're married
married.
people, two people, but in long distance, they're three people.
No, not
Sometimes even four people.
even in general way, they are not three people. They are still two people.
No,
When you
So,
look at the whole population.
Chris,
no, bro.
do you know
Bro,
why
you're completely
US
And
wrong.
see,
You're boomed.
Chris, do
uh,
you know why the United States have a divorce rate of freaking 50%? Because there are
More than
always,
50.
because
yeah, because
because
there
they
are
are
four
not
people.
intellectual as we are.
Yeah, yeah,
Seriously?
yeah.
I
Jeez,
mean,
man.
no,
Jeez.
I don't want to offend the
No
American
offense.
people. Maybe because people like you are there in the US, Chris. The
No,
people from
it's
the
it's it's exactly because people like me are not enough here. Okay, that is the main reason. People like you are here. You guys should be in America. I should be in Japan, man.
Seriously, Japan also has
Japan,
a.
why?
I
Why?
mean, in Japan, cheating is like a normalized thing, to be honest. They expect your partner to cheat. Like it's normal. I read that on Reddit or somewhere. In Japan and South Korea, things are pretty normal. So yeah, as I was saying,
Yeah,
um, so I realized that I was browsing through Twitter and I found out that it's a normal thing to not get married at all in the Western culture, in the UK, in Europe as well. Like
yeah.
people have kids, but they
Bro,
don't get
bro, bro,
married.
my housemate. So my housemate is single. He's more than 50 or 60,
No, no,
and
no, no, no,
then
no, no, bro. I'm not talking about
no,
being single. I'm talking about not getting married, but
no,
living together
yeah,
and
I have
having
other example.
kids.
I have a so
Yeah.
yeah. There was one tutor that I always talk about from my college, right?
Hmm.
I get here. So her daughter, she's like 30 or 35, and then she had a couple of children, and then
Uh-huh.
she's getting married this year.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
are married, getting married this year. So
Even
I mean, yeah,
even in the bug bounty community, there was a guy who already has like 2 or 3 kids, and he said that he was just getting married this year. And even my company CEO, he had a kid of like 4 or 5 years, and he got married like some months ago. So yeah, it's a pretty normal thing not to
yeah,
get married because the paperwork are too much to deal with, and I guess there's
true,
nothing. Yeah, there's nothing you'll
yeah.
gain by formally legally marrying. So yeah, the scene are a bit different
So,
in
and
in the
even
Western
if
culture.
you're living abroad, if you're living abroad in like westernized culture,
Yeah,
if you like live with a person for more than a year, it's like kind of you're like legally a married couple.
yeah,
So you have all legal rights. Like there's no difference in like getting a real marriage certificate and living in a live-in for a year. So
yeah. I
I
mean
hope I'm
that
clear.
that's also might be one of the reasons
So
why
it makes
like
you,
the divorce.
and then about the divorce stuff. If you're living separately for a year, so it's equivalent that you're already divorced. You don't
I
need to
mean
go and
that
divorce.
doesn't count in the statistics, but what I was trying to imply
Yeah,
is
that doesn't
that
count. But like, yeah,
Simo, please. I'm trying to
okay,
imply something
okay,
different here, man.
all right,
What I'm trying to imply is that the culture
all right.
difference. Because see, in Nepal, you marry at such band baza stuff, and you get the
Yeah,
whole society out
yeah,
there.
that's
So you've got the societal pressure to be loyal with each other, to be together with each other, right? So that's
like
also one of the reasons why
you
divorce
have
rate
to be
is
committed
low.
for the sake of society.
Yeah, because the
Yeah,
society is out there to judge you. So, but in the Western culture, no one gives a shit. That's the reason, like, even if you have maybe small, misunderstandings or things like that,
even people
yeah,
like they do divorce after retirement age because they
yeah,
don't feel
they
like
do,
living together.
they do, they do, they
You know,
do.
so it's like I have seen couples so they divorce because the husband he's energetic, he want to travel the world, and he wants his wife to be with him, but like she's like, no, I'm good, I'm old, I want to be with my kids, and so he's like, get the fuck out of my way, and then he just divorced,
Even,
for the sake of being separated.
I mean, even like Bill Gates did divorce, even Jeff Bezos divorced. So, Chris, what makes you think that
Chris,
your petty
yeah,
Okay, okay.
relationship or
Random
whatever,
random question to you guys, okay? No, random
yeah,
question to you guys. If you guys were married and there was no societal pressure, would you guys cheat on your partner if you find out that your partner
no,
is not the right person?
I mean, no,
no.
why would I marry the wrong person in the
Yeah.
first place?
So if I it's
Okay.
once
So
I'm
you basically
committed,
you
it's
aim
done.
for the right person, right? So what happened was you thought they were the right person because would you not marry if you
Sometime.
do not find the right person in your life?
You gotta make it work out, mate. You will never find the perfect
Yeah.
person that you're
Okay.
looking for. Yeah.
Right? So you make it work out with a person and you got married, right? But
Mm-hmm.
there's no societal pressure.
Mm-hmm.
But you find out that there are still flaws in that person. Would you cheat on that person?
I mean, no.
Bro, nobody is perfect. I'll never cheat on
Yeah.
like I'll never so
Yeah. So you guys do not have to
there's a
generalize what
catch.
happens
There's a
here, right?
I mean,
It's
we're
it's the
not.
same thing here. Yeah,
Yeah, Chris.
no,
That.
see, the mindset that we have, right? You said no, right? The mindset that we have, the people here do not have that. The people
Mm-hmm.
here are even marriage is an experience for them. Even marriage is just trying out. Even marriage is just another relationship for them. But for us, even if we do not have the societal pressure, we are so committed to that person that even if we find flaws, even if that person is not like the ideal right person for your choice, you'd still not go out of your way and cheat on that person, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is
No,
that
so
yeah, we were more on like you know,
so that is what I was trying to generalize. So, and you expect the same from your partner. So, what you think, probably your partner also thinks that way, right? So basically,
But this generation is cooked, man. So
yeah,
I don't
but you guys
expect
are
the
not.
same from my partner.
But
skip it toilet,
but
man.
you are. But you guys are.
Huh?
You guys like to
Hey,
believe that you're different, right?
we are different.
Yeah,
Hey,
we are different, right? And I
yay.
think most of the people try to think like us too, in that sense. It's not like the general population is considering marriage to be not a commitment. It's not that just us three are the only people who think that marriage is a commitment in this whole world, right? I
But we're
feel
not
like the
talking
general
about
population
marriage,
also
Chris.
thinks that way.
We're not talking about marriage.
Chris is getting like out of the track. I don't know. The guy is.
Yeah. Because marriage is a completely
See,
different thing, and we have the
Yeah.
same opinion on that one, but we're not quite there yet. We're talking about
but
finding the
marriage,
right
It's like
see,
getting. It's like
I know how do
yeah.
you
It's like getting
define how
exposure,
do
you
you
know.
define how
But
do you
Chris,
define a
so I
marriage
would define.
after
I would
living
define.
See,
One
alone?
sec,
Chris,
Chris. One sec.
I can answer
One
it
sec,
in one
Chris. One
sentence.
sec, Chris.
Himal, let me go first.
Mm,
You can fuck
Okay.
around,
Okay.
you
Okay.
can
Then yeah.
fuck around and find out in a relationship, but you cannot do that in marriage. That's the deal, deal breaking part. So that's
yeah,
what
Hey,
makes
but
all
come
the
on,
why?
difference.
Ananda.
Because
Ananda.
That's
So
what makes all the
I
but
was
difference.
trying to go easy on Chris, but like you were
but
like
see,
checkmate, man. What the fuck was that?
It is what it
I was
there's
trying
is.
to
no
go easy
checkmate.
on
That's
Chris. Yeah.
it, Chris. When
Yeah. I
you go
know.
to a
No,
shop, when you
see,
go to a shop, shoe shop, you're free to choose whatever you want. You'd go around and explore, right? But when
But
you're
once you get that
all
switch
right.
home, you have no option. Yeah, you can't change it.
exactly.
Because
See, when there's no
once you get your feet inside the once you get your feet inside the
Himal,
switch,
don't
there
get
is no
too
way back.
Himal, don't get too deep into it.
you are.
No, bro.
See, marriage is still a relationship, guys. Marriage is not a completely different thing. It's because of the societal pressure that you feel like marriage
No,
is a commitment.
Chris, no.
What
I don't know why
what
this
hap
guy is crazy.
Chris,
This
what
no.
guy is
happens in
acting
marriage?
like a
What see what happens in marriage has to happen in relationship, and that is my verdict for that. Okay,
Chris,
so
no.
you not
it's like
cheating when you're
no.
married should not be different than you not cheating when you are in a
So
relationship.
even
It's the same
the
thing.
the only
It should have the
But
difference,
same
Chris,
amount of
it's not
commitment.
about so Chris,
Chris,
it's not
Chris.
about we.
See, here's the
It's
thing.
not about we.
Marriage and relationship would be the same thing only in case you are ready to totally commit to that one person for the rest of your life. I mean,
Yeah, and that is what a right person is.
no, it is not.
Sometimes people get
You're
like
together when you
delulu
marry,
and
Chris.
then
You are together when you marry.
Yeah,
You,
and
you.
you are only together with the person that you think is right.
I mean, physically together, might.
Yeah,
she's fine.
basically, but you would not just marry any, you would not marry someone out of your choice, you know? You
Sometimes
get
you
what I'm
have to.
saying?
That's the arranged marriage. You know, when you're getting too old, you have
No,
to
that
like
is the
you only got
thing.
a
No,
specific option, and then a specific option, and then
no,
even the specific
that is
option
the
are the
reason I
best out of
go
it.
against
You
arranged marriage.
what the fuck? The crazy guy like you go against the arranged marriage. I
No,
think
that's
then
what I'm
you'll never
saying.
get
Chris,
married.
Chris, you might never get
Why
married, man.
be
You yeah,
no, why
you
be
might never
committed
get
to a
married, man.
see, why be committed to a partner who you think is not right? And by right, I do
Okay,
not mean
Chris,
that you have to be
I had a
perfect.
good
You
thing
can
to
still try it
I
out.
had a good thing to pass on you. Life will teach you, brother. Age will. By the
See,
time
if I am arranged marriage, I would not go out of my way to, find another right person for me, even if I was arranged marriage.
I mean, once you're married, you're
I
You
don't
get
know.
what I'm
done.
saying?
What do you mean?
I feel sad for your I feel sad for my Buhari. Buhari, you
No,
know.
see, okay,
Buhari.
in
I don't know
simple
what the
terms,
term
if
in English.
in simple terms, if I was in a relationship, that means that I feel like that person is the right one for me. And even if I find flaws in that person,
So
I'd
here's the
still
deal.
not go out of my way to try another person.
I figured out what the difference in our thinking is.
Basically,
Yeah,
the to like summarize it, I would be in a relationship only to marry.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole
Hmm.
difference. So I figured, well,
Yeah.
once you
That's the same
said
thing
stay,
goes for me, but like you will never know, Chris.
you
Sometime like things goes
Himal,
behind your control.
Himal, please just shut up. Uh, yeah, I figured that was the case. That was the difference between us because you'd only date to marry, right? So what even in
Yeah.
a relationship you'd give it all your all equivalent to a marriage. But when you're doing that, you need to
Hmm.
make sure that the other person is also on the same page as you. So it's really
Hmm.
tough. It's a tough thing because you cannot really find whether a person is worth marrying without, fucking around and find out, right? Ultimately, it's the
Yeah, and
same.
that's where the
It's the same thing
yeah,
again.
and that's where yeah, that's where getting to know the person comes in place before being a relationship. Which is why I would not jump into a relationship with a stranger right away. I'd first get to know them better, or like get to know them completely.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, ultimately, I think we're on the same page, even though we had so much, so much
No,
debate.
still,
Yeah.
no, okay. So, but see, like, but you guys want to try out things too, right? So, just like
I mean,
a
by trying
question,
out,
even though,
yeah, yeah, Chris.
yeah, just a question is like, what would you gain out of dating out of trying out basically like what would how would it help you grow as a person?
It does, Chris. You get to see women
No,
are
I get it. I get it from the emotional aspect, the societal, the whole connection thing, right? But besides like in a physical sense, right? Like how do I define it? Like with time, money, like factors like that, not like emotional and mental well-being. How would it help you as a person? Because for me I feel like it's a burden. It's yeah, just in a single word, it's a burden if you are trying it out just for the sake of it.
I mean, you have to try it out to know whether they're right or not.
Yeah,
Isn't that
but you
right?
could know them and then try it out.
I mean, what do you define trying out? You define getting into a relationship with them
Yeah,
and then
trying,
trying
yeah,
out.
getting into yeah, getting
Uh,
committed, basically
I mean,
committing to that
you
person.
cannot really become. I mean, that's not what I mean as trying out. I mean, once you're in a relationship, I think it's a completely different thing as well. It's a different story because you have to be committed, right? So I mean, trying out
Hmm.
by trying out, I mean, talking to people and talking to, maybe going on a date, a couple of them,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and yeah,
yeah, that's still fine. Uh-huh.
that
That
that's
is
what
getting to know the person.
yeah, that's what I would say trying out is. I'm not
Hmm.
saying like, you know, talk to like 20 people, get in relationship with five of them, and then see where it goes. It's not like
Oh.
that.
In that case, we're alike. So if you think that you are free
But
to like
here's the
date people,
catch.
you're free to.
Yeah, here's the
Uh-huh.
catch. Yeah. So even if I get into a relationship, I'd say I would not commit myself for marriage directly. Like, let's say I got into a relationship for
Mm.
like 1 month, but like I would not directly commit because it's not enough. You need a lot of time to know people, and during the first 3 months, is more of like you're completely on dopamine. You don't know their bad sides. You only
Hmm.
know their good side. So it takes maybe at least 6 8 months, maybe even a year to truly know them. So I'd suggest you not to
Yeah.
directly really jump into it, in a sense that you'd be with them forever because there's a really high chance it might not work out, even though it did initially. So it's a really
Hmm.
complicated thing. It's a tough one. So yeah, you need time.
Hmm.
Even if you get into a relationship, even if you're ready to commit, you need to give yourself a grace period, more of like probation period, to see if it works out. Even if
Hmm.
your intentions
Yeah.
are to marry, you gotta have that.
Yeah. Okay. So getting into a general sense again, so we went very personal with that. Okay, but what we have to do,
Yeah,
we
I
have to
know.
generalize the population. Okay, we have to talk in a third person perspective.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, we define the right person, right time setting, and how a person could be wrong, how a time could be wrong, right? So
Hmm.
I think we summarized the whole topic for that. And I think we are past our time too. So I think we are like 1 hour, 15 minutes in already.
Hmm.
right?
All right, maybe
So
we
is it
should.
good? Is that a good place to wrap it up?
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure, sure. Yeah, we should. We didn't really
Yeah,
cover the art of seduction in this one, but maybe we can come back to it later
yeah, we could do
in
it. Yeah,
next week or so.
I
yeah,
Yeah.
was trying to get you guys into the art of seduction, but you guys were like continuously arguing and then like
It's okay. It's
doing
yeah.
okay.
like back to back.
It's a good argument.
We had a great conversation, Himal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I had a great pod. That's better. Can you mind?
Bah.
Hmm.
It was us who
But
did. Bah. It was us who did the discussions, Himal.
Yeah.
it's already Tuesday and I have to go to see my dentist tomorrow morning,
All
so
right.
I would
Let's.
like to
Yeah.
wrap this pod.
Mhm.
All right. Have a good one.
All
Bye
right.
You
bye.
With
know?
this constructive argument,
Oh my goodness, what the fuck was that? Did you already stop recording?
No, no, no. I haven't. You can say what you want.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. So that being said, we had a great pod after a month. I know, I know it's hard for you to watch the whole pod, so try to watch it if you can. But
I
that being
mean,
said, we will.
Himal, the people who didn't watch the whole pod didn't get to this point, might stop saying
Fuck,
such
my,
bullshit.
my bad, my bad. Sometimes people, directly get to the end and then they might get
No,
returned
no.
to.
I don't know what kind of psychopath would do that.
I do that, so yeah.
Yeah, that's why. See, that's the reason, guys. Himal is like this. Anyway, I'm ending this up.
Okay,
All right.
so so you're like telling people to see me, and then nobody will be here, only asking, so you can directly point him. So what's the reason?
All
So
right.
you're the psychopath yourself.
Don't go off topic, mate. I'm ending this one. So yeah. Bye bye.